to you live and in living color. I am your host, JW Moore, also known as J Soul, and I will be taking you through the next 2 hours of interesting, entertaining, empowering segments. Just in case no one has told you today, you are beautiful, you are special, and you are wonderfully made. And it's so enlightening to get to do the show because we love showcasing, we love highlighting what our sons and daughters are doing, our men and women are doing. And if we are to be respected, we need to be empowered, we need to show the positives in our society today. And for those of us who are joining us for the first time, we are live on Amplia Network. We are also on Facebook and YouTube. All right, so our first segment, let me just take you through really quickly. Our good stuff segment is first. This is where we look at inspiring stories. We look at sons and daughters who are impacting the world positively. And of course, here is where you get that positivity. Again, I am J Soul. I am just one of the few persons, I'm just a small part of the team that makes it happen right here on Tobago Updates Network Television. Just a special good morning to the wonderful presenters who went before me. Candace Jackson, good morning. Thank you for your professionalism. So I'm just putting that out there. Also to my Auntie Ria, good morning. And I hope all is well and blessings to you as you go through your day. So now it's time for our good stuff segment. First we go to the Newsday. Amaya reads to the world. Now, this is such an empowering story because, like I said, we love when our young people are doing wonderful things, and as the Bible says, a little child shall lead them. Okay, and this is something that we need to highlight. So our first story, of course, Amaya reads to the world. You definitely want to check that out. You definitely want to have a look at that interesting story. Next, we go to The Guardian. Fashion flair at the opening of Parliament. Now, this is something that is also highlighted. Fashion is something that is always a buzz. It is always a part of everything we do. I mean, without our creative space, one designer said to me last week, without our creatives, we'd be living in a blank world. Our world would have no color. We'll all just be in black and white. We'll all just have shades. And so we just want to say good morning to our creatives because our fashion industry is really rising to higher heights. What you wear says something about who you are to the people. Your outfit is a form of self-expression and it can reflect your level of confidence and your mood. Whether you are daring, fierce, confident, deliberate, or just purposeful happiness. It was no different at the ceremonial inauguration of the opening of Parliament's fourth session last Monday at the Red House in Port of Spain, when parliamentarians and other special guests donned their outfits and basically stepped out. They stepped out in style and they stepped out in confidence. And, we highlight everything that's positive in our space. And fashion is no different. Yeah. So Look at The Guardian, check The Guardian out. That is a wonderful story. It's a wonderful column. Also, check out the Newsday, My Little Lady, who is featured there doing wonderful things in the literary space. And Amaya is one of those bright, bright souls. And we're taking the time to really highlight her and have her recognized for her efforts. And another thing that is really, really empowering, let me just say this. More and more of our young people are getting into that framework of being entrepreneurs. They are owning their own businesses. They are very versed in business. They're very versed in media and technology, and really opening up, that divide, like I said, to our policymakers and our influencers. Our young people have so much to say, and please open that narrative so that they can be expressive and share their innovative ideas. Yes, one thing that I wanted to highlight, and we spoke about the Newsday, we spoke about the Guardian, but also the Daily Express has a wonderful column. When one slice isn't enough, excuse my tongue twister there, because guys, it's food and I love food. I love my stomach. So when one slice isn't enough, want to eat delicious dessert? Have you tried cheesecake? It's the perfect combination of sweet and rich, with a smooth texture that will melt in your mouth. Plus, you can get it in a variety of flavor combinations, from salted caramel cheesecake to more creative flavors like red mango or soursop. In 2017, Dixian Danielle started selling cheesecake on foot and offering her product to the potential customers door to door before marketing and selling them online, and then opening a physical storefront in May of 2022 at Sherwood Park Extension in Carnby. Now, I am just reading that little sin up there, and already, I'm feeling for a dessert. Yeah. And it's wonderful that I'm even mentioning her, because she is going to be on with me on Friday. So you guys definitely want to look out for that. That's Dixian Danielle. Definitely one of the people that we need to take a look at. We need to follow her, because she's definitely talented. Her desserts are amazing, and I'm so honored that I get to speak with her on Friday. So you guys look out for that. Today is a wonderful day. It's a blessed day, and I thank you so much for being here. I thank you so much for viewing us. I thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and just, have this audience, this conversation. You're smiling with us. You're having fun with us, and that is what we endeavor to do. We're hoping that we made someone out there happy who is listening to us. If you got up today and life, felt a little bit heavy and you felt a little defeated, we're hoping that we put some sort of positivity to your day. We have some wonderful people on. Oh my gosh, Onika Mars is here. I have been waiting to speak to this wonderful lady for some time now, and the opportunity has finally arrived. Now, Onika is the president and founder of Women of Substance. And we are really going to delve in to Onika and who is Onika Mars. So you guys need to stay tuned. We also have Lyndon Bacchus, Operations Manager, Downtown Fitness 868. And this is for our Eye on Bagel segment. Now, for those of you are joining us for the first time, I would have spoken of the segments that we have on Mondays. So we just did the Good Stuff segment. I'm giving you an idea of who is with me today. Onika Ma, as I mentioned, this is our live diary segment. So we go way back. And of course, our Iron Bagel segment keeps an eye out for new entrepreneurs, new innovative ideas, going on in our Tobago space. Lyndon is going to talk about the Carnival aerobics burnout. And, Lyndon is one of those persons who is multi-talented, because, I remember Lyndon doing shots and taking pictures and videography and all of that stuff. So this is something that you definitely don't want to miss. My very good friend, I call him the resident doctor for the program. Dr. Crooks is back. And, we have been experiencing a lot with bushfires and, how detrimental is it to our environment? How detrimental is it to our flora and fauna? And what are the do's and the don'ts? And Dr. Crooks is going to be here to really answer some of those questions that you might have. Jude Rogers also is with us today. And, fire prevention is something that, we really need to get into. World Food Day is coming up. This is big and it's such a buzz in the agricultural space, in the business space. And our day and calendar of events, we want to look into that. We want to tell you, a bit more about what's happening. So you guys need to come out. You guys need to support. This is Brunch, a taste of Tobago. I am going to take a break and I'm going to be right back. Do not go anywhere. We're coming right back with Miss Onika Mars. See you guys soon.
Bonaccord Crown Point Electoral District. It's your turn. The THA Executive Council is coming to meet with you as we continue our District Town Hall meeting series.
Canaan, Bonaccord and environs come out that we can know definitely what is happening in our community.
Make sure you all come out and air all your views.
We invite you to come out in your numbers at the Canaan Bonaccord Community Center on Tuesday, 26 September at 6:30 p.m. as the Executive Council members give updates on existing and upcoming programs and projects. You also get the opportunity to share your concerns and ask questions. So join us from 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, 26 September at the Canaan Bonaccord Community Center for the Executive Council's District Town Hall meeting. People of Bonaccord, including Bonaccord Development, Milford Court, Crown Point and Storbay Local Road. This meeting is for you. Remember, your voice matters.
Experience the best dream ever. Dream the phantasm, where the extraordinary becomes your reality. With Mighty Crush Entertainment. On September 30th, get ready to believe. Dream the phantasm.
Is a dream for the summer. Dreamy, steamy, standard. What you have? All the best deals, no drama. Standard be beat like a hammer. Go tell your friend, tell your papa, tell your mama. We got more. Standards are what is searching for. Quality brand, discounts galore. New things for the summer, online in store. Summertime is here, so make the most out of it at Standard. Never beaten on quality and price. It nice.
So your car break down.
Oh, no, not again.
And you're worried paying a wrecker could mean a pocket breakdown too. But when you're insured with Tatil, no stress.
Yes!
A Tatil motor policy has lots of benefits that protect your pocket. Like free roadside assistance. That's free 24/7 every time, as many times as you need. Tatil. where people are people. A member of the Answer Macau Group.
I was just speaking with my first guest. You know, it's so empowering to have a female demographic represented. Let me just say that. Let me just put that out there. Activism is something that we have to celebrate more. And my next guest speaks to that. Also, women's empowerment is something that we have to rise. It has to rise. It has to be a buzz. It has to be on the tips and the tongues of everyone. And so let's welcome to the show, Miss Onika Mars. Like I said, love you to pieces and back. I have been actually waiting for the opportunity to speak with you. So I'm so honored that you're here with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity. I do appreciate.
Yes. So, you know, we know you, we see you, you are any and everywhere, practicing basically what you preach. You are activist extraordinaire in my book, because you have the conversations that others may not want to have. You have those conversations that are still considered taboo in our society. But let's go back. Let's talk about you. Let's go back as far as education, where you went to school. Let's start there. And how was that experience for you?
Okay, so let's go as far back as where I went to school. Mm-hmm. So I attended the Scarborough Methodist School. Mm-hmm. I went on to Scarborough Secondary School and then to Signal Hill Senior Comprehensive. So I am a product of the Scarborough Methodist under Mr. Ewan and Miss Bob, Shirley Bob, and then Scarborough Sec under Miss Kanata Bob and the and Signal Hill Senior Comprehensive under my favorite teacher, Nova Smart, deceased.
Yeah. And you know, Signal Hill, the names that the schools that you are mentioning, they resonate so well with me, because I did go to Scarborough Secondary in those days it was the junior secondary school, and then we moved up to Signal Hill. So good morning to all of those schools mentioned. Good morning to the teachers that had this holistic approach. They taught you everything. You had to carry yourselves well. You had to speak well, you know, and this is something that needs to be celebrated, I believe.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So some of the persons that you would have met on your journey after school, let's take it there. What was it like for Onika Mars after school?
Okay, so after school, immediately after school, I remember doing on-the-job training, right? So I would have applied to OGT, and I was sent to Tobago Settlements back then. Right. It is now a long name. Can't remember offhand, but I was at Tobago Settlements with Dawn Titus, now Dawn Titus Benjamin. Yeah, Dawn would have impacted my life as a young person. Now entering the world of work, my boss back then was Peter Phillips. I
know the name, Peter.
Right, he's probably still around.
Yeah.
McCarthy, Roberts, and these people. So those people would have impacted my life as a young newbie kind of thing. And, well, of course, my mother, Linda Eastman, and father, Lennox Mars, would have created a huge impact. Yeah?
Yeah. And what would you say to the people looking on? If you had to just say a positive word or leave a positive message, what would you say?
What I would say to the people looking on is speak life. It is my mantra. Speak life. I tell people on a daily basis, regardless of the challenge you face in life, we all have challenges.
Yes, we do.
Because even though our faces differ, we have stories. If I sit and talk to you, maybe later today or at some point, you may be able to share your story as well as I would be able to share mine. So I tell people all the time, speak life, regardless of what life has served you, speak life. Because what I know as a Christian, as a believer, is life and death is in the power of the tongue. So whatever you speak, declare a thing and it can come to pass.
Yes.
So I always tell people, declare a thing, speak what you want, speak life. To mothers up to this morning, I was telling a mother, speak life over your children. Speak what you want. Stop saying that your child is miserable. Stop saying that your child is wayward. You know?
Oh, you're so hardened.
Yeah. I don't speak these things over my children's life. And even as I say that, I remember years ago when my sons were in primary school, somebody said to my younger son, they were in the back of the van, and the person was like, wow, you have two boys. They're probably real miserable boy. And my younger son immediately said, I rebuke that in Jesus' mighty name. We are not miserable.
Yes.
So it is something that I spoke into their life from day one. Yeah, laid that foundation. So they always speak life.
Yeah. And it's so important. Just yesterday we were talking about not forgetting the human aspect of life. Oh my gosh, I say that so many times on this show, because we lose that love, we lose that kindness, being considerate of one another, the moral values. I see so many of our young people, no good morning, no good afternoon, no thank you, and those were considered basic when we were growing up.
But then the thing is that our environments shape us.
Right.
So I was having a long conversation with a friend of mine on Saturday, and we were talking about the young people, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times we talk about the young people, and for example, they're not saying good morning, they're not saying good evening, they would pass you like a straight bus. But who are the ones to be blamed when our environment shapes us? So it means that the adults who are around these young people's lives, they are the ones who are responsible for shaping. So we have failed as adults. We don't want to ever admit it. But I always say we, the adults, are responsible for teaching and instilling the values in our young people.
Yeah, and our children.
Yeah, so I hate it with a passion when people talk about, young people this and young people that. Hello, we were once young, and if there was social media in our time, or if God could turn day into night or night into day, a lot of people will run away.
And I love the fact that you say we have failed, because one of the things that I stress on, and because of my experiences and observations, because they pretty much give birth to who you are on your journey. And this is why I'm trying to put it into words, because I'm so passionate about it. This is why I always say that you have to empower. You have to be that catalyst of positivity. You have to be the person that is brave enough to change that narrative, because the narrative that we receive about our youngsters, our children, is not always very positive. And I love the fact that you said that it has to come from somewhere. There has to be a family somewhere. There has to be an environment somewhere that is giving birth to these particular individuals and individual types of behavior. So I'm so glad that you touched on that, because I can't say it enough that we need to really delve in to our younger demographic, their psyche, what makes them tick, what do they love, their passions, their talents. There's so many things that we need to delve into.
Which is so true, but as adults, we seem to be so busy and not make time to sit and talk with our youngsters. And it is a conversation I have all the time because I have 2 young adults and I am very intentional. And I learned this the hard way because there was a time when, as somebody called about needing help, or somebody called to say there's somebody who's been abused somewhere, husband beaten or whatever, I would run. And now I listen and I think before I act.
Yeah.
So then I think about my sons because in 2021, I think it was, my youngest son said to me that I know his name because I am his mother, but I don't know him. And that broke me. But because of my humility and who I am in Christ, I took the opportunity to learn from that. And he said to me that I am always available when everybody calls. And sometimes I'm not there when they need me.
Right.
So now I carve out time to spend quality time with them, though they are 19 and 20, right? We look forward. A couple of Saturdays ago, we sat on the ground outside and, I see it as something kind of article, something real. We sat on the ground and we were having lunch. And I chose that because I wanted to connect with the earth and I wanted to connect with them. And we had a beautiful conversation and they enjoyed the fact that we spent that quality time on that Saturday evening talking and laughing, So I want to urge us adults to spend quality time with our children, and that way, or our youths, that way we would find out what they are thinking about. We will find out what makes them tick. We would find out what is going on with them. Because if we don't make the time, then it means that the outside influences will embrace them because it's a sense of belonging.
And on that note, we are going to take a quick break and we're going to be right back with more from Miss Onika Mars. See you guys soon.
Wait, I do even have suit and thing for this wedding. Why getting them thing?
Well, the port my right over there.
Alright, thanks.
The Port Mall, where the varieties are large from your favorite stores, from restaurants to salons and from clothing stores to jewelry stores, located at Sanctus Hill, Scarborough, Tobago. Telephone number is 868-334-6589.
Wow. I didn't expect to see you here. Look good.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Port Mall. But here now, I'm going to out with it. You want to join me?
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright.
Beat the rush and come on down to the Port Mall.
Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2, and 3 bedroom, fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars, and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments, complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV, and a pool, and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home.
Right now, Tobagonians are just currying down to Bonaccord, right in Strawberry Local Road. You know why? To come down and shop at Authentic Builders General Hardware, the only hardware store in Tobago that is giving you guys Trinidad prices. So for instance, such as steel, 1/2 inch and 5/8, $7,895. 5/8 construction ply for $260. Every single thing that you will need to do your home renovation or start your new construction, we have it right here. And to get your quotation, it's very easy. Just WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will do your free WhatsApp quotation for you.
Back to Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Now, I told you guys that it's kind of like a whole ball of information that travels through this show, these episodes, these segments. And I'm speaking with a wonderful queen, a wonderful daughter of Tobago. And I'm so privileged that she's here. So let's welcome back, Unika Maz. We were talking during the break, and you were speaking on activism, you know, philanthropy, always giving back, and of course, empowerment. And what was it that pushed you, or what was it that gave you that nudge to move forward? Having that kind of conversation, having that, you know, that focus in terms of empowerment, activism, and, you know, just basically just giving back to the community.
Okay, so it was a painful experience, and that painful experience was abuse, experiencing intimate partner violence. Mm-hmm. And what I learned over the years is that pain is the midwife for purpose. So out of pain, my purpose was birthed, because I am now 50 years old and only found my purpose 6 years ago, actually. Yeah. So I am a survivor of domestic violence and abuse who thought that, you know what, even though I would have experienced something that was painful, it doesn't mean that I would sit back and think that society owes me something and throw a pity party. Right. I decided, you know what, I want to be an agent of change. I want to be the change that I want to see. I want to educate and raise the awareness about domestic violence and abuse, its effect on women, our society, and children, and, you know, all that I can raise awareness pertaining to that specific topic. So my painful experience would have propelled me into my destiny.
I love it. What are some of the causes that you contribute to? What are some of the initiatives because some of our viewers, I know you guys are looking on and you would like to know if there are any forums, if there are any outreach programs of any kind, you know, any initiatives such as that. You would direct us on that? Okay, so I am the CEO and founder of Women of Substance, non-profit organization.
and we do a lot of awareness programs. We pertaining to domestic violence and abuse, intimate partner violence. We do school programs, so we go into the schools and talk to the young people about the dynamics about domestic violence and abuse. What is domestic violence and abuse? What is intimate partner violence? Because a lot of us think that intimate partner violence is just about a man or a woman cuffing down each other. So the physical aspect, not understanding that there are different types of abuse. There's sexual abuse, there is emotional abuse, which we don't see. And because we don't see it, we think that it doesn't exist. And so we do public awareness. We have an economic women empowerment workshop happening at the moment where we are teaching women a skill, and it's called Crisis to Confidence Through Garment Construction Workshop.
I like that.
So we have that going on at the moment, and it's very exciting because we are able to empower these women through learning a skill. So at the end of it, we are looking forward to at least, even if it's one woman launching out into her own, establishing her own business, we will be happy and grateful. Yeah, so we have that going on right now.
You know, giving back is always, it's so inspiring, because I'm thinking, okay, the people that you help, the women that you meet along this journey, it's like a vast age group. It's like in like anyone. It's like from a teen to a midlife. What is it like?
Right. And what I tell people all the time is this. Domestic violence and abuse, like COVID-19, is no respecter of persons.
Right.
So it doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your educational background.
Right.
It doesn't matter your race. It just doesn't matter. Anybody could be affected. Anybody could be a victim of domestic violence and abuse, because you know what? A lot of people tell me on a daily basis, Bonica, you don't look like a victim. You don't look like... So my question is, how does a victim look?
Yeah.
Yeah? So there's no look. Anybody could be affected. And of course, in 2023, it is still, domestic violence and abuse still has taboo attached to it. People don't even want to come out and say, you know what, I have been affected. Now, coming out and saying that you've been affected, it calls for a bit of vulnerability. But you know what? I believe that in our state of vulnerability is when God would send the right people to help us.
Definitely.
Because if we don't know, then we cannot help. So we are here to tell people, you know what? Yes, you were a victim, or yes, you are a victim, but it doesn't mean that you stay there. It means that we want to be able to help you to birth that which you have deep down within you. You don't have to remain a victim. We will empower you. We will give you the tools. Now, mind you, we are about family because we know that family is the bedrock of the society. What we want persons to understand is what a healthy relationship looks like. And a healthy relationship looks like somebody who loves you for who you are, not somebody who talks down to you, not somebody who physically abuses you. And what I also want to note is that it can be domestic violence and abuse is not only having a male as a perpetrator, we also have females that are perpetrators of violence. Yeah. So we want to encourage healthy relationships. And we're going back to adults. What are we teaching our children? Because abuse is learned behavior.
Yes,
are you going to be fighting and cursing out each other in front of your children? And then expect that your children will get up, act normal, show up to school normal, and behave like,
model citizens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then what we have to do some introspection. And as I mentioned, we as an adult population, we are broken. Whether we want to acknowledge it or not, we are broken, we need help, we are traumatized. Yeah? And if we access that help, it means that we can be on our way to healing and be able to love our children and show them what a healthy relationship looks like.
Definitely.
So they can learn from us. So when they get into relationships later on in their lives, they can be the best partner.
Yeah, and love ourselves as well.
Yes, so we also have workshops on self-confidence,
dynamic.
Loving you, that person that God has created. On Friday, I was a feature speaker at the Mason Hall Secondary School, and the theme was Chosen Beautiful, right? And, I told the young ladies, I said, listen, get up, dress up, show up. Look yourself in the mirror and be confident enough to say to yourself, I am fearfully and wonderfully made by God. So a lot of the young people, and a lot of adults too, have insecurities. We are not even comfortable in our own skin. We feel that, in this day and age, you wearing your natural hair, you don't feel uncomfortable. Like, really, why would I feel uncomfortable?
And why is that even a question?
Right, my dad says to me all the time, your natural hair, girl, listen, you rock your natural hair, continue to rock it. You understand? So we want persons to be confident in who they are because God took his time and made us.
Yes.
You understand? So when you show up in a space, I tell people, I am happy that when I show up in a space, I cause a shift to take place. People don't have a choice but to say, oh God, boy, your nekamas arrive.
All right.
And it is not me being, proud or feel, whatever. It is me being confident in who God has created and who God has allowed Linda and Lennox Mars to birth.
And
so it's that confidence.
And bring to fruition. And on that note, we're going to say thank you so much to Onika for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your stories. And thank you so much for your basic love, your kindness, and empowerment. Your journey is ongoing. It has not yet ended. It will not end. So we just wish you peace and blessings from our family to yours. And thank you so much for being a part of Brunch today.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me. The time always runs so fast, but I am grateful for the opportunity. And I always say, if by me sharing my journey, if one person is touched, I am happy and I give God thanks.
Yes.
So thank you so much for having me.
And you are most welcomed. We're going to take a break, guys. We're going to be right back with our Agro Corner. But before we do that, let's take a look at our trivia question. This is a good one. What is the oldest secondary school in Tobago, and where was it located? Somebody knows this. Somebody is going to get this right today. I have faith in you guys. We're going to take a break and we're going to be right back.
From the experts that created the Zinger sandwich comes the KFC Crispy Barbecue Zinger.
The only one I see is you.
Cheddar cheese, crispy onions, the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, and barbecue sauce. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Mount Pleasant Credit Union Back to School Loan Promotion. Loans up to 15,000. Requirements: job letter and a payslip no more than 1 month old. Utility bill, copy of book list, salary deduction, 10% down payment. For self-employed persons, evidence of income and expenditure, bank statement, 12 to 18 months. Other supporting document. Promotion ends October 18. Contact us at 639-8375 or 8108 or check us out on www.mpcutobago.com or email us at loan@mpcutobago.com. Mount Pleasant Credit Union's Back to School Loan Promotion.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Live more.
And we are back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for sticking with us. Like I said, there's so much that we need to talk about. We need to highlight. We just need you guys to be aware of what's happening in your space. And it's such a pleasure once again to welcome in my book our resident doctor. Dr. Crooks is back. Division of Food Security. I always have to make sure I get this right. Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment, and Sustainable Development. Yes. I promise I'd get it, guys. Give me some time. So, Dr. Crooks, good morning and welcome to Brunch.
Good morning. Thank you for having me again. As you can tell, I wasn't most prepared for it today, but here I am, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, one of the things that we need to really, really put some focus on, because agriculture, there's still a bit of taboo when it comes to the practice of agriculture. And I don't think many people know what a lucrative business being involved in agricultural practices can be. So let's touch on that. Agriculture as a business. Let's start there.
All right. So one of the issues we've seen in agriculture, whether it's livestock or crop agriculture, there tends to be an association in the minds of persons that it's a generational thing, a traditional thing. Grandpa used to be a farmer, dad used to be a farmer, so now I'm a farmer. And ultimately, a generational thing, yes, but is it a profit-making enterprise? I find that in my experience with livestock farmers, that many farmers are actually not really turning a profit. They don't factor in several costs that should be factored in when you're determining the cost of running a business.
Right.
For one, the expertise, the labor required by the business owner. So here I am, Farmer John, and I get up every morning at 5 o'clock to tie my animals out. That takes me an hour. I make sure everybody has water, has food. Then I go to my government work or whatever I do during the day, and I come back home, I let the animals back in. And this is an oversimplification, but let's say this is the practice. I let the animals back into the pen, and then I toss them some dry food every night. This is every day and every night, even if it's just 2 hours, and it's never just 2 hours, but even if it's just 2 hours a day spent with those livestock, with those sheep, with those goats, with those rabbits, and we're not talking cleaning and anything yet, but even if you talk about just 2 hours, your 2 hours has value. It has value.
Definitely.
And many farmers, unfortunately, do not factor that into the cost of running a business. And moreover, many farmers do not tabulate how much it costs overall to purchase food, to maintain electricity in the environment of the pen. Sometimes they have security cameras, maintain infrastructure, building fences, keep pastures. And of course, I'm specifically talking about livestock agriculture here, but similar ideas would apply to livestock, to crop farming as well.
Yes.
So you, without factoring the cost of maintaining your infrastructure, without factoring the cost of your vehicle that you use to transport whatever you're transporting, without factoring those costs in, again, are you actually making money? Because what happens with livestock farmers is they sell off 5 or 6 sheep when is the start of or the end of the summer vacation, because now it's time to prepare for the new school term. They need to buy books, backpacks, sneakers, uniforms. How are they going to do this? They're going to sell off 6 sheep. They have 6 sheep there that they've been rearing specifically to sell at this time. But are you consistently making revenue throughout the year to support your business? Are you earning enough revenue to grow your business? And then as we talk about agriculture as a business, we also have to think about agriculture as a science. So you are not just getting over the years the generational and traditional experiences from your parents and grandparents, but you are also learning science. And you may not be learning it in the traditional way, but a farmer might say, well, you're supposed to feed them grass before you feed dry feed. A farmer might say that. Farmer might not understand the nutritional basis, the way that the animal digests food, and why the way that the animal is fed is important, but they're passing that knowledge on. Sometimes knowledge is not passed on correctly. Sometimes the experiences the farmers have had are bad experiences, and they're passing on these bad experiences and sometimes bad technique. But at the same time, the truth is it's a science. That's why there are techniques. That's why there are ways that you can improve. And so farmers now, livestock farmers now, and crop farmers now are pursuing, when we offer courses on plant protection, on the giant African snail, on pest of coconuts and citrus plants. When we're offering these courses, farmers are turning out. And we are also seeing it for livestock agriculture. But many of our farmers now, and this generation in particular, many people are going to school and learning and trying to develop agriculture as a business. So agriculture is not just a traditional thing anymore, and it should not be. And it should not be seen as something that you do secondarily to the other job that pays your main salary. Because in many cases, in those instances, persons are really not making money if they worked it out. And then, of course, how do we value our farmers?
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yes.
Ultimately, we think we should be buying food for cheap and buying meat for cheap because we don't think farmers are doing a lot of work. We don't value the work that farmers are doing. The truth is they are doing so much work. In fact, keeping us fed is the thing that's keeping us going to do whatever else we're doing that we think is so important.
There you go. Exactly.
So we have to be able to support our farmers, and they should be compensated fairly for that. So I would say with our World Food Day, which we'll talk about in a bit, we are doing many, many things to show that farming as a business is the way we should be going, and that the division is supporting our farmers holistically, really trying to push their business. But of course, as a business, businesses should market. And right now we are lacking that. On the whole, the farmers on the island need to start really pushing their meats,
Mhm.
pushing their eggs, pushing their product to say that this is why my product is unique. These are the nutritional benefits of my product. Here's what's why this goat milk is different from cow's milk.
Yeah.
And if farmers can push those thought processes, you'll see how much they can grow.
Yeah,
There's
but
so much opportunity.
But are there forums and platforms, Dr. Crooks, that are giving that opportunity for farmers and agricultural enthusiasts to be sensitized, especially with the growing trends? There's so many different types of agriculture now, and marketing goes hand in hand in the larger countries. It's like the agricultural practice and the marketing, they go hand in hand. And so are we being sensitized enough, or does the narrative still need changing?
The narrative still needs changing broadly, but there are persons who are trying to push within the farming sector, the
Right,
farming industry,
right.
who are trying to push to get associations, who are trying to push to get these larger scale projects going, to market their product on the whole. When you look at the Got Milk advertisement campaign, that was a very, very successful campaign in the US. Very successful. And that's not paid for by any individual farmer, but they have an association that represents dairy farmers across the country. And that association is using its funds to promote milk. And there's another association in the US that's very successful, the American Soybean Association. Soybean farmers are making mint off of all the soy products. Oil, soybean oil is everywhere. Everybody is using that. Soy is included in all livestock feeds, basically, everywhere on the planet. And they have plans. That association sat and planned and said, what if we have a devastating flood? What if we have terrible fires? What if we end up, the crop has some sort of unplanned parasite that takes it out? They plan for years in advance, and they say, what if this scenario, this is what we will do. What if this other scenario, this is what we will do. And that is the kind of foresight and planning that we also need here. And we have the knowledge, we have the education, we have the capacity, we have the interest. But in Trinidad and Tobago, people need to be able to work together. And that is part of the problem that we're seeing across the board in farming.
But are the policymakers paying in-depth attention to agriculture? Because this seems to be where that problem lies. The policymakers and the influencers are not having the relevant discussions with the people who are in the agricultural sector. Where do we go from here?
Well, that is unfortunately an issue. Here, our Secretary Pantin, has really been trying to work alongside farmers, to her credit, work with the associations and that sort of thing. In fact, the Lamb Festival was born out of the idea that was brought forward by an association. And so that's working together. I want to say, I feel like the hindrance is, because even in Trinidad, Minister of Agriculture there really wants to work and push things forward. The hindrance there is finances, ultimately. Because when you have the vision and the drive and the impetus to get something done, you have the ideas and you're limited by finances, that's very frustrating. On the whole, where do our priorities lie? Not just with the government per se, but as a society. Because that informs when the budget is read and they allocate $2 billion to education and $3 billion to health. And then agriculture gets $500 million. It's a fraction of what the others get. And then with that fraction, we have to ensure that people can eat. And as long as we have food importation coming in and the imported food is cheaper than the food available from local farmers, we really can't grow. We have to find ways around this. And unfortunately, again, you have limited funds and you have to figure out how to spend this. And it was something we spoke about, I think maybe a couple of weeks ago as well, where we talked about maybe rabies or zoonotic disease. I can't remember which one. And
yes.
how do we get the monies to where it needs to go so people understand this is important? COVID, it's believed, most likely, would have come from an interaction between a wild animal and a human. That's happening, that is happening more and more because we have issues with food security, because there are issues with housing. And we need to be able to examine wild animals. We need to be able to capture them and check what viruses are present and monitor and be able to produce vaccines at a really rapid rate if there's risk and if there's a disease that could be transferred to humans. And all of this monitoring would come through a division of agriculture or food security. And the funds need to be there.
And, you know, we're going to talk a bit more about that. But guys, let's take a break. We're going to come right back with Dr. Crooks, World Food Day. Ooh la la, we need to talk about that. We're going to take a break. But before we do that, let me just mention the trivia question once again. What is the name of the oldest secondary school in Tobago, and where was it located? Right? We're going to be right back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago. See you guys.
Mamai Lakai Home Services. We specialize in cleaning of carpets and rugs, mattresses, living room and dining room sets, vehicle detailing, cleaning and sanitizing of homes and commercial spaces. We also do landscaping and tree cutting, pressure and power washing, floor care, fumigating and air purifying. You can also call us for professional painting services, babysitting and adult sitting. Call us now, 333-4430 at Mamai Lakai Home Services. We take cleaning to another level.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your lights can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. If sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry. If times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. World Food Day. Oh my gosh, it's the countdown is on. I can't wait, you know. And it's so lovely that Dr. Crooks is here to just kind of reiterate what's going on, what we can expect. I know the launch has already happened. Give us some feedback on that, and then we go into the calendar of events.
Well, at the launch, we had a little cultural something where we had the Dancing the Coco, Secretary Panton herself got out there
Wow.
I mean, so that was interesting, certainly, and different from other launches we've done in the past, because we only ever started the media launch last year. But given that we've transitioned to World Food Day being a calendar of events rather than a single activity,
right,
the media launch gives us that opportunity, that platform to showcase, here's what's going on for the World Food Day season, if you will.
Right.
And I really want to hammer home that many of our events, the majority of events, including the grand exhibition, which is Wednesday and Thursday of the week of World Food Day, Wednesday 18th and Thursday 19th October, those events and shows and sales market type events are primarily happening at the Shore Park Food Hub.
Right.
And I really want to drive that home because in people's minds, when banners go up and so on, they immediately think, well, it's World Food Day, it is what it always is. We're going to Parade Grounds, Dwight York Stadium. And that's not what's happening this year. This year, we've changed our focus, and I'll explain as we go through the calendar, we've changed our focus to really push education, innovation, technology, learning, and business development for this year's World Food Day.
And tell us about the registration. Did we have many vendors this year? What was the turnout like?
It was massive. I know you see on the calendar there that we had a registration period.
The registration.
But truth is, persons who are still interested can go.
Okay.
While you have, and there's the calendar for the viewers,
right.
While we have the 11th to 13th, and we did get hundreds of persons already coming out, because we are doing several different events, persons can still come and apply. There may still be a space for you at one of the events. For example, we have on the 5th of October, a farmer's market. There it says Tobago East. But the Tobago East market is actually at the Sid Gray car park. And let's say we had about 50 persons register so far. We may be able to accommodate more than that. We may. So there may still be space. And it's 5th of October, there's still time. So for those vendors who may not have been able to register within the period there, the 11th to the 13th, please still come in, inquire. The Lamb Festival is coming up on Sunday, October 8th. We're asking persons who sell animal products, honey, wines, to come by and register to have a space to vend at the Lamb Festival. So you may go there with the initial thought, I want to be at the grand exhibition. That's where everybody will come out. But the hope is that many persons come out on all the different days to support the various events throughout.
Definitely.
For example, that horticulture show that was just on the calendar for November 7th, that's how it started. How it evolved is now that is a plant market, basically. It's gone beyond just horticulture, where you will have your decorative plants, your ornamental plants on November 7th, but you'll also have seedlings and so on available at that time. And the reason is we're doing no plants anywhere else. The reason is the giant African snail.
Right.
So we're asking persons to bring their plants in early. It's a Tuesday. We're asking them to bring and set up from the Sunday so that we can come and apply certain treatments to the plants to ensure that you don't go there and you say, wow, I want this citrus, or I want this mango plant, or I want this seedling, whatever type of seedling, or this decorative plant, this flower at my house, and you end up carrying home giant African snail. That would be very bad for us and also very bad for the vendor and the reputation of these suppliers. So our attempt to try to control the giant African snail and control the spread while still selling plants is to have all plants sold at the horticulture show. So people really, not only are we refocusing the grand exhibition on business development as we talk about agriculture as a business and education.
Yes.
Not only are we refocusing on that, but we are also changing the structure of our World Food Day plans necessarily to keep everyone safe.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you guys are taking the time to ensure protection and safety, not just for the horticulture programs or exhibitions. But for us as citizens, mitigation is practiced there because you don't want us taking the plants and having the parasites go home with us. And, we really applaud these types of initiatives because it not just speaks to agriculture, but it speaks to the citizenry as well. The poetry, spoken word poetry competition. Are we registering? That's on the 22nd.
That's Friday coming.
Right. Do we have to register?
Well, that would be for schools.
Right.
It's a school competition. So the schools would have gone through their registration process already.
Okay.
We may change the venue on that. So again, the persons who are involved will be notified about the possible change in venue. But as it stands, it's still carded for the Shore Park Food Hub venue, which is, again, most of the activities are occurring at that location. If persons don't know where it is, it's right opposite the Shore Park Cultural Complex. It's where the market used to be. So between the Shore Park Cultural Complex and the gas station by Spring Garden, right there. It's a fantastic venue and it's already set up perfectly for sales of products, sales of food, and display of various equipment and so on that we will have for World Food Day.
And we're just about to wrap, but just before we do that, just touch really quickly on the Farmers Green Market, which is carded for the 5th
that will be
October.
Yes, that one will be at Sidgray. And then we have another green market carded for the 10th of October. So that would be a Tuesday 10th. And then we have Thursday 5th. And Thursday 5th will be in the east at Sidgray Car Park. And on the 10th will be at Shore Park Food Hub.
And the World Food Grand Two-Day Exhibition, 18th, 19th October 2023.
That's right.
Yeah, and also at the Shore Park Food Hub. So you guys take notes. Don't pick up and go to Sidgray. Hear me, Sidgray. Parade grounds.
Correct.
And looking out for stuff that's not there. It's at the Food Hub, okay? Shore Park. It's opposite the Cultural Complex, for those of you who don't know where that is. Also, the Horticultural Show, 7th of November.
7th of November.
Yeah.
So just to run through, and again, we have a seminar series, ongoing seminars. People will be called and informed about those. So it's targeted marketing for those events.
Right.
So you will be made aware of when the dates and the times are for those.
Definitely. And as usual, Dr. Crooks, it's a pleasure having you. I love our conversations because it flows so well. One thing, we say one thing, and then we touch on so many other topics and issues. And, World Food Day has been a staple of the Tobagonian experience for a very long time. But I love the fact that you guys are taking it to the next level. And you are also being innovative. The Lamb Fest was something that, needed to be pushed to the forefront. We have that type of meat, that source of meat here. And it was never really given the recognition. So we just want to say thank you for your initiatives on that. Anything else you want to say before you leave?
Please go on to the Division of Food Security's Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, and you will get updates there. If there are changes in venue or anything else that may happen, all of the updates will be on social media.
All right, definitely. And you heard it right here. Thank you so much, Dr. Paul Crooks, for being with us. Thank you so much for your innovation. Tatco, good morning to you. Division of Food Security, thank you so much, and good morning to you. And we're going to take a break, and we're going to be right back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago. See you guys.
But this place is boring enough. We don't even do nothing. Let me go somewhere now.
I really want some new things, yes? Then look no further. Portmore is the place for you.
Oh, really?
Yes. You can have anything that your heart desires. Take a look for yourselves. A world of endless opportunities. Feeling hungry? Go get something to eat. Books and stationeries, games, and much more. Portmore, the island's beat.
Full Disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates. Real questions and honest conversations with the sole aim of keeping you fully in the know. Full Disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates.
So your car break down
Oh, no, not again.
and you're worried paying a wrecker could mean a pocket breakdown too. But when you're insured with Tatil, no stress.
Yes!
A Tatil motor policy has lots of benefits that protect your pocket, like free roadside assistance. That's free 24/7 every time, as many times as you need. Tatil, where people are people. A member of the Answer McCall Group.
If you see or know about a crime, report a crime safely and anonymously. Call 800-TIPS. Help stop crime. You can play your part safely and anonymously. Report a crime. Earn a reward. Call 800-TIPS. Help stop crime. Be a hero, champion, fearless citizen. Be a crime stopper safely and anonymously. Call 800-TIPS. Help stop crime.
Wait, I do even have suit and thing for this wedding. Why getting them thing?
Well, put me right over there.
Alright, thanks.
The Port Mall, where the varieties are large from your favorite stores, from restaurants to salons and from clothing stores to jewelry stores, located at Sanctus Hill, Scarborough, Tobago. Telephone number is 868-334-6589.
Wow. I didn't expect to see you here. Look good.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Pork Mall. But here now I'm going to our wedding. You want to join me?
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright.
Beat the rush and come on down to the Port Mall.
And we are back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. It is a wonderful Monday on the island of Tobago. And like I said, brunch is like that avenue, that catalyst. You know, we seek to inspire, we seek to inform, we seek to educate and also empower. And I am so happy, I am so honored to welcome my next guest. Now, I have known this young man for a very long time, and I am very honored in knowing him. His work ethic is amazing. His discipline is out of this world. I am trying to get to that level where my discipline is, where it should be. It's not, and I'm being real. So I just want to say thank you to you guys for watching Brunch, a Taste of Tobago, and let me welcome Mr. Lyndon Bacchus.
Hi, thank you for having me. That is a wonderful intro. Thank you so much.
So how have you been?
I've been good. I have been grinding, trying to build what I would want to call my empire, but I've been well, right? As I currently, Downtown Fitness, we are having an aerobic burnout, right?
Right.
And it's our second one. So last year we had our first aerobic burnout for with the whole launch of the Tobago Carnival. We thought we would bring that type of energy that comes with it,
Right.
So it's so now this year it's our second annual aerobathon and aerobic burnout, and our title sponsor this year is Tatil.
Okay, and good morning
really
to
good.
Tatil.
Yeah. Yeah. So so last year what happened is We held it at the Shore Park Cultural Complex, the car park there. And then now we're bringing it to our compound, the Ansa McCall compound. That's where the gym is located, Tatil is located. And we just had our recently refurbished car park and stuff. So we are bringing the Roberton and Aerobic Burnout right there on October 19th. We would have prizes for top 4 male, top 4 female cash prizes, as well as giveaway for most energetic, and for the oldest person that participates, So we really want it to be exciting and fun. So we really want the community, Tobago, all the visitors to come and participate and have a grand time at the Roberton.
Definitely. So let's just go back a bit. Downtown fitness. Now, guys, this is the place to be. I'm telling you, this is the place to be. But how did downtown fitness come about, Lyndon?
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about the journey.
Okay. So downtown fitness 868, we got the full name, downtown fitness 868. We started in August 1st, 2019, right? How to say, fitness and sports had always been a part of me, right? Since I was in high school, I used to do track and field. I was the cross country winner at Bishop's High School. Shout out to Davies, everybody, that was in Davies from Bishop's High School. Shout out, right? But it's always been a part of me, and I represented Trinidad and Tobago at the Crifter Games, then went on to college, Alabama A&M, where I had a full track and field scholarship.
Right.
And so health and fitness has always been a part of me. Now, I would say at that time, I don't think I had proper career guidance. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. So I just picked something in college. Now, I'm thankful for what I picked, because it was able, when I came home, I was able to get a job. I was able to build myself to a certain area. But then you reach a stage in your life that you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I really, the only thing that has been constant in my life was sports, health, and fitness.
Right.
I need to explore this. I think this is where I need to be, right? So it was that kind of stick in the road, like, I need to pursue this.
Right.
And then I started training a few friends here and there. There's like, trainers, get us fit, that kind of stuff. And it started from there, and just one thing led to the next, led to the next, led to the next. Then opened, everything just kind of fell in place. Opened the gym 2019. Then we had COVID. We had to survive COVID.
COVID happened.
But we're back out, and we are pumping. We are pumping.
And you're so passionate. I'm listening to you talk about health and fitness, and you're so passionate. And I feel a bit guilty because I'm not where I need to be with my fitness level.
Okay.
Guys, I keep it real. I'm not. Yeah. So I feel a little guilty. I'm so happy that you're here and you're so passionate, but I feel a little guilty because in my mind, I am not doing what I need to be doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have to change that. That narrative has to change.
Yes, it does have to change.
Yeah.
So we need to put you on a 3-month project.
Yeah.
Hey, that's something we could probably do.
We need to work on that. We need to work on that.
Yeah, build a program along your fitness journey for 3 months, man.
Yeah,
This could probably
and
happen.
Nutrition involved
guidance
as well, right?
Yes, we give you nutrition guidance.
That's where we fall down,
Very true.
With the nutritional part.
True. You are so correct. Because you have some people come out and they are pumping, they're working out hard, and no one trains harder than them, but they're still not getting the results that they need. It really takes some discipline, and it really takes some adjustments
to
in
the
habits.
lifestyle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In our habits, and that's also what we consume, in anything. Sometimes when we out there alignment socially, we consume too much of one thing, and we just need to know, bear in mind, and keep it moderate.
Yeah,
it's all about moderation.
Is always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also at Downtown Fitness, we encourage people to pursue the avenue of fitness that they enjoy. Like sometimes we may see big guys walking down the street, and it's like, oh my gosh, you want to be like them. But fitness is there are different aspects of fitness. So you may see some people that just enjoy cardio. They're just like running, you know, they're just like building the cardiovascular system. There are some people
Right.
that love the strength training. There are some people that they like a mix of both, like myself. You know, I love aerobic activity as well as I enjoy lifting weights. So we do try to help you tap into what you like to get you going, because sometimes if you enjoy it,
Yeah,
it's
the
motivation is
yeah,
it's easier
it's
to come
easy.
by.
What
It's
about
easier to come by.
dance?
Dance?
Aerobics. What
Okay.
about that?
So we have programs at the gym, group classes. We have aerobics. Usually it's at 5:30 on Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and we have cardio circuit. Now these are classes are really good if you want to just build that
Just to
cardiovascular
move,
system.
just moving. Yeah.
Last year we did have a dance aerobics session, and it is something we did bring it closer to the carnival time, and it is something that we want to explore again and bring back.
Right,
It was
yeah.
fun, people enjoyed it, and it's just sometimes to find the simple routines to the more advanced routines, because you know there are people that would be very good with dancing, and you know it comes easy to them,
steps.
and then there are the people like me who just have two left feet, you know,
Yeah.
that just you could
So
you know,
you
pick it up
struggle,
here
you
and there,
struggle
and then
there.
so for a dance class, it's just about finding the balance for beginners and advanced people to get the workout that they need, and to you know and get the workout they need and to enjoy it, and not
Yeah.
be too bored with the simple moves and the advanced moves. So
Right.
so we may look at it again, and in terms of having a beginners class, advanced class, who knows, you know.
Or probably your beginners class, and then you have intermediate.
Yeah,
and
as well.
then advanced.
Yeah, so it's something
Yeah.
to look at. And but this year for the aerobic burnout, we are really grateful for Tatil for coming on board as our title sponsor. You know,
Yeah.
they are responsible for the prizes and the trophies. So we are really grateful for them coming on board this year, right? And so shout out to Tatil. Thank you all very much, Tatil Tobago, and thank you all very much for coming on board. Right, so that it's on October the 19th. That's a Thursday from 5:30 p.m. We're going to come out, you know, get your pump on. There is a registration fee, a $60 registration fee, but it's going to be great. So what's going to happen is the structure of it is going to be, we're going to have a line, and we're going to have people who want to participate in the burnout, because some people just don't like the competition. And there will be those that don't like the competition, but they just want a good sweat.
Yeah, they just want to move.
They want to move. So they can be a part of the entire thing without feeling like I didn't get a good workout or I didn't get a good sweat. So they could come stand behind, you know, and follow the instructors for the entire time, you know, as well as, and then the people that want to be involved and they want to compete for the cash prizes, they would be to the front, and then they will be eliminated as time goes by. And now, despite being eliminated, you can still move to the back and get your workout in. So it's on a roboton.
So
you
it's
can
a
get
win-win.
It's a win-win regardless. Yeah. So you get that workout in.
I like that. It's fun, and you're making it that way.
Yes.
Everyone who comes out is going to enjoy themselves, because not everyone wants to compete.
Nope.
And I love the fact that you took that into consideration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a part in with all the carnival festivities and stuff. We still want to promote health and fitness, and just hope that this will stay with them, you know, throughout the entire year.
Yeah.
You know, because we did think carnival was a nice time to bring it, because when you think carnival, you think energy, you think parading, you think, you know, big truck and movement and excitement. You know, so we was like, this is a nice thing to bring around this time, and as well as plug our health and fitness thing right into it as well too.
Yeah. I love the fact and the time that you chose to have the event.
Yeah,
it's so ideal. It's definitely going to make a difference as to people coming out or people not taking part because of the timing. You see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
So what do you want to say to the viewers? If you had to say something positive to leave us with, what would you say to our viewers today?
Okay. I would really like to tell you all, do not take your health for granted, right? I have had close people to me. I've had good friends that have, I would say, not had the best of health as they got older.
Right.
Right? And I really do want you all to please don't take your health for granted. Your health is your wealth. It really is. It really is your wealth. So please do not just get up and move. It doesn't matter what you do. Get up and move, and please be conscious of what you put into your body, right? And I wasn't the best or the healthiest eater coming up through it. It took a while, where the turning point for me was like after that athletic career, and then you're just like, you're not as active and stuff anymore. So now you just start to put on weight and say, but I never been this big before, but you have to change and you have to adjust to your current situation, current agenda and stuff like that. So do not take your health for granted. Please get up and move, be active, and aim to eat in moderation and at least healthy, as healthy as you can.
Yeah, and you heard it right here, guys. You have to make the change. You have to choose to make the decision to change. So, Lyndon, we just want to thank you so much for being a part of Brunch. It's always a pleasure talking to you. I love your humility. You see, throughout everything, you are still remaining humble. You're focused on everything, but you're humble with it. And from our family to yours, we want to wish you every blessing. We want to wish you peace, love, and light, and of course, success as you go forward.
Thank you so much. I accept that.
Yes, and receive it with every bit of you because we mean it.
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, guys, we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back with more Brunch. Before I go, let me mention the trivia question one more time. What is the oldest secondary school in Tobago, and where was it located? We're going to have that answer for you very soon. But first, we take a break and we'll be right back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago.
The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable. Inner Health, number 13B Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience, offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
October will never be better. With Tobago, carnival fever. Book your passage and come on over.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
But this place so boring, we don't even do nothing. Let me go somewhere now.
I really want some new things, yes? Then look no further. Portmore is the place for you.
Oh, really?
Yes, you can have anything that your heart desires. Take a look for yourselves. A world of endless opportunities. Feeling hungry? Go get something to eat. Books and stationeries, games, and much more. Portmore, the island's beat.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Excel Spa by Haley, where our highly trained staff are ready to deliver the top-class services in facial massages, waxing, nail enhancement, and body treatment. We are ideally located at Coco Avenue, Switzerland, Tobago. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TripAdvisor, or you can call us on 730-0149. Excel Spa by Haley. Relax, renew, and rejuvenate.
Back, my beautiful people. We are back with Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. As always, it has been such a pleasure and such an honor bringing this program to you. Thank you so much for my technical crew. You guys are amazing. Kazim Duncan, Jared Bernard, and Aaron Primus, thank you so much for working with me, and thank you so much for being patient. Also to my producer, Mr. Anton Parks, big up to you as well. Before we go, our trivia question for today, what was the oldest school, or secondary school rather, in Tobago, and where was it located? Now, the answer to the question, Bishop's High School. Yes, Bishop's High School, located in Bacolet, Tobago. And it's really, really important to mention that the Bishop's High School is 98 years old. So, for those of you who did not know, you learned something today. And that was it for me, guys. Have a wonderful, blessed Monday. See us back here on Wednesday for more Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. And from our all family to yours, we wish you nothing but peace, love, and light. See you guys on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
So let me tell you where we come from, Trinidad and Tobago Islands. And we not even Jamaican, but the dancehall scene, yeah, we shut down. And everything, yeah, irie, but in a minute could get real scary.
Anywhere we go now, missing people on the news, and the boy them on the floor now. Blood running, can't stop it. Flow, boy gunning, small rocket. Whoa, black life and a small topic. No, police outside and not stop it. No, try tell me that is part of it. No. And I want to share with you tonight. There's still beauty in our eyes. Open your eyes. Let me start with the roots where we come from. Africa, brought to a paradise island, big old peaceful people, but real radical warrior, heart clean, pretty like a rainbow. Link up with a sister isle named Trinidad, West Indian, beat the pan. You know the name though. Come and take a lime and a wine for carnival. Have a lemonade and unwind in Tobago, in Tobago. Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago, I love you so. Tobago, Tobago, I love you. So let me tell you where we come from. Hey, give thanks, give thanks. So that's where we come from, and we'll share a little song for you all. We haven't released it yet, but we're in love with it. Yeah? This is called Pretty Lady. Big up the whole team, Mikey, everybody, yeah? Pretty lady, do you remember, Lord, when we met last year in December? I hope that this don't offend ya, nah. But I can't forget that wine, girl. Hear me right? In the back in times in Moriah, the dance floor was hot like a fire. You know that? Sexy red dress, your attire. Girlie really took me higher. And we dance all night, and you held me oh so tight. Make me contemplate my whole life. I went to the bar, came back, you were nowhere in my sight. I never get to ask you your name or your number, where you're from. You're from country, you're from town. Who teach you to wind up a bottom? Tick tock, left, right, up and down. Girl up and down. Girl up and down. Yo, big love to everybody on the Tobago Updates crew. Big love to Kiwan, LS, bad guitarist, Mikey from Isolate Media, Asha Koo, everybody. Big love, Hannah Rose. I love you too, baby girl. Hey, I'm a son, Zion. Everybody who has been on the journey. And our host this morning, Jay. Oh, what an amazing host. Big love from Zava and the team. And we dance all night. And you held me oh so tight. Make me contemplate my whole life. I know that you're back, I'm never gonna let you out my sight. I finally could ask you your name or your number. Where you from? You're from country, you're from town?